Congratulations. Google message. మార్చి ఎప్పుడు ఒకటేనా ఇప్పుడు అడాల్ పెట్టు
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
ini bala ini morning ini itu ఎప్పుడు ఇదే మార్నింగ్ పెట్టేసారు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తారు
ఎంతమంది వచ్చారమ్మా మార్నింగ్ క్లాస్ కి?
వాణి నేను హారిక వచ్చాం సార్.
ఎవరు లేరు ఇవాళ, ఇద్దరు సెలవు. కంటిన్యూస్ గా ఒక ఆయన హాలిడే, మేము లీవ్, విశ్వనాథరాజు గారు. ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ ఏమో ఇవాళేమో రతనరాజు గారు సెలవు తీసుకున్నారు, అంతేనా?
అవును సార్.
సరే చూడమ్మ ఒకసారి, ఇంకా వాళ్ళు రారని అనుకుంటున్నాను, ఎందుకంటే మధ్యలో గ్యాప్ ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది కదా. సరే, మేము టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్. ఇండస్ట్రియల్ రిలేషన్స్ లో ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్ అంటే, డిస్ప్యూట్ అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ డిస్ప్యూట్ బిట్వీన్ ఎంప్లాయర్ అండ్ ఎంప్లాయీ, ఎంప్లాయర్స్ అండ్ వర్క్మెన్, ఆర్ వర్క్మెన్ అండ్ వర్క్మెన్, ఆర్ ఎంప్లాయర్స్ అండ్ ఎంప్లాయర్స్. అంటే టూ తీసుకుంటే అమాంగ్ దెమ్ అనేది 2 పాయింట్స్ వస్తుంది. అమాంగ్ ఎంప్లాయర్స్, అమాంగ్ ఎంప్లాయీస్, ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ది ఎంప్లాయర్ అండ్ ఎంప్లాయీ. సో దట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ది ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్ యాక్ట్ 1947. అదన్నమాట. నెక్స్ట్ డెఫినేషన్స్ అంటే జనరల్ గా ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్ viewed a friction or disagreement between 2 or more parties involved due to differences in their perception, opinions, mindset, attitudes and values. Okay, in an organization the parties engaged in such disputes can be employer and employees, employees and employees, employer and employer. So here why the dispute is taken place in between the 2 parties ante, so because of they may not accept, one opinion may not be accepted by the other party kada. So for example, if you take any organization, so that if any proposal is offered to the employer, to the employee, they may be accept or may not be accept. If they accept, there is no problem. If they are not accepted, automatically it leads to certain differences will be taken place in between the 2 parties. That is known as employer and employee. అంతేనమ్మా? సో ఇక్కడ అందుమూలం ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాడు, ఇక్కడ మనకి డిస్ప్యూట్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ డిసగ్రిమెంట్, ఫ్రిక్షన్, అండ్ మే నాట్ బి మ్యాచ్ దేర్ ఒపీనియన్స్, మే నాట్ మ్యాచ్ దేర్ ఐడియాస్, మే నాట్ మ్యాచ్ దేర్ డెసిషన్స్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ ది 2 parties. ఇట్ లీడ్స్ టు డిస్ప్యూట్ అనేది. సో ఫ్రిక్షన్ అంటే సమ్ ఘర్షణ, డిసగ్రిమెంట్, that a proposal, management proposal may not be acceptable by the employees proposal may not be acceptable by the employer, so that there is no disagreement, is leads to dispute. At the same time, what you call that party involved due to differences in their perception, the way we are thinking is known as perception. Opinions may be differed in between the both the parties, and mindset is different from one party to another party. Attitudes are different, values are different in an organization. Parties engaged in such disputes can be, so employer and employees are also there. So what are the parties that are involved in the dispute? In the sense, the dispute may be taken place in between the employer and employees. It's quite common. Yajamani karmikul madhyana there is a difference always be there, and employees and employees. If employees in the sense, different unions are there in the organization. In general, organization, in any organization generally n number of trade unions are there, so that that opinion, some unions may be accepted, some unions may not be accepted, so that there is a difference between employees and employees also. Come to the employer and employee. So among the partners who are working, who are there in the organization, so among the partners may not be accepted. So some partner may be acceptable, some other partner may not be acceptable. So it leads to certain dispute, controversy will be there. So that employer and employer, యజమానుల మధ్యన ఒక పార్ట్నర్ ఇంకో పార్ట్నర్ జాయింట్ వెంచర్ అయితే కనుక పార్ట్నర్స్ ఉంటారు కాబట్టి సో దట్ దే మే నాట్ యాక్సెప్ట్. సో లీడ్స్ టు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్. So concept of industrial dispute always be there. Already I told you according to the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. So I mean there is a process is there. There is a sections are there. You want to settle the industrial dispute which are taking place in the organization. If any dispute is there in the organization, there is a mechanism is there. There is a process is there. There is a sections is there to solve the industrial disputes in the organization. So that according to the section 2K of Industrial Dispute Act 1947, industrial dispute mean any dispute or differences between the employer and employer, and between employers and the workmen, between workman and workman. So that is known as according to section 2K of Industrial Dispute Act 1947. Are you clear? So that is there. So that here industrial dispute, there is a contents are there in the industrial dispute. Types, what are the types of industrial dispute? Causes of industrial dispute. If any industrial dispute is taken place, what is the outcomes? If any disturbances or dispute is taking place in the organization, what are the consequences will be taking place in the organization? That is known as outcomes. Are you clear? Sir, namaste sir. Are agenda? Are agenda? A class lo unnanu nena. Okay, so outcomes in the sense, if any dispute is there in the organization, what are the consequences the organization may face? What is the consequences the employer may face? What are the consequences will be taking place in the society? How the disturbances will be spreaded? Impact on the society, impact on the government, impact on the public, impact on the employer, impact on the employees. So that is known as outcomes. At the same time, once this disturbance is taking place, so it reflected through strikes and lockouts. The strikes may be announced by the undertaken by the employees. Lockouts may be taken by the followed by the employer. So that is there. And then types of industrial disputes. Come to the 4 types of industrial disputes are there. Interest dispute. So generally the dispute may be taking place because of the employees are failure to secure their interest in the organization. It leads to dispute. Interest, that is known as interest dispute. Come to the grievance dispute. If any grievances are taking place in the organization, once the organization is not followed, any grievance redressal cell may not be maintained by the organization, grievance redressal cell. It leads to dispute. Come to the unfair labor practices. If any unfair labor practices is going, what do you mean by unfair? Which is not fair. Unfair is nothing but which is not fair. Which is not fair, unfair on the part of the employer. On the part of the employer in the sense, they are not clear about the executing the rules and regulations of the company. They are failure to implement the legal obligations. They are failure to implement the government obligations. If they are against to the natural justice, if they are against to the social justice, so they are injustice to their employees by exploiting the people who are working there, and then introducing the long working hours, not providing any OTs, not providing sharing the bonus with the employees, not sharing any profit with the employees, and then they are not giving any promotions. They are not providing any safety, security, welfare facilities is not providing by the employer. Because of that is primary responsibility on the part of the employer to provide facilities to the employees. But whereas because of his selfishness, because of they want to secure more and more profits, they want to curtail the cost. Almost which option is the best option on the part of the employer to curtail the cost in the sense they want to reduce the cost of human resources. So in the human resources, basically the salaries may not be provided, adequate salaries may not be provided. So that is known as unfair practices. Come to the recognition dispute. Recognition dispute in the sense, basically the employer may not recognize the trade unions. So there are two types of systems is there in the unions: registered unions, recognized unions. Registered, recognized. Registered in the sense all unions are registered under Trade Unions Act 1926. Okay, all unions are registered. But whereas recognition in the sense the trade unions are participated in the election. Who win the election is known as recognized. Recognized by the employer is known as recognized. Recognized the people, the union which are win in the election, that union is recognized by the employer is known as recognized union. Who win the election? The union who win the election is known as recognized union. Registered union, a number of registered unions are there, but it is not recognized. But recognized registered unions are participated in the election. Who win the race is known as recognized unions. So that is the basic difference between registered unions and recognized unions. Okay, that is there. So come to the interest dispute. Interest, what are the interest is there on the part of the employees? Interest. So interest here refer to the gains. The employee is always working for salary, working for promotion, working for increments, okay, working for bonus, something like that. So interest that is there. Therefore, conflict concern with the economic or non-economic interest of the employees, such as increasing their remuneration. They are expecting every year, they are expecting certain hike in their salaries. It is known as increasing the remuneration. Working conditions. Working conditions in the sense where he is supposed to work in the organization, working with technology, working with people, working in environment. So proper lighting, proper ventilation, proper air circulation should be there, so that timings of shifting, at the same time shift timings, okay, housekeeping which are taking place in the organization. So what do you call that, pollution free environment, these are all called working conditions. Such an working conditions that are expected by the employees in the organization. And then job security. So each and everybody is expecting job security. If there is no job security, nobody will pay interest, because at what time he will be rejected, he may be rejected by the employer. So there is no guarantee of job. Automatically he feel insecurity. Once he feel insecurity, he may not full attention towards his work. Automatically, what will happen? He will not give any effort. There is no chance of increase the production and all. Automatically he may be dissatisfied. So that the dissatisfaction reflected to reduce the production, reduce the efficiency, reduce the skill, so that reduce his concentration towards his work. So that is also impact on because of insecurity towards his job. And other benefits are called interest disputes. So these are all the things which are reflected on to create a dispute in the organization. It leads to dispute. So everybody is fighting for job security. Everybody is fighting for working condition, improvement of working conditions. Everybody is fighting for remuneration to the management. So such other benefits that they are expected by the employees to fight against the management. And then come to the recognition dispute. So recognition, already I told you, the trade unions often enter into the dispute with the management during the negotiations or collective bargaining for the benefit of its members employed. So sometimes for the negotiation, the management denies identify the trade unions. So basically, the trade unions maybe the people, the trade unions which are participated in the election win the race. Those unions are recognized by the management. But even though they are elected in the election, but those unions may not be recognized by the management. Automatically, it leads to conflict in between the employer and employee. So in such a situation, it leads to dispute. Even though it is win in the election, but that unions may not be recognized. So that is also leads to conflict. And then grievance dispute or rights dispute. Come to the grievance disputes. Grievance disputes in the sense, grievance always with the employees' rights. So every employee has their right right to work, right to talk. Okay, so right to enjoy the facilities that are provided in the organization and all. So rights are also there. So once if any what do you call that gap, what do you call that discomfort is there in the organization, definitely it leads to certain grievances will be taken place in the organization and legal issues. Legal issues in the sense, so the organization, any organization, government is enactment of certain acts to protect the interest of the employees, to protect the salaries of the employees, to protect the welfare, to protect the safety of the employees. So legal issues are there. If any organization is failure to maintain legal obligation, automatically it leads to grievances which is taking place in the organization. So legal issues with the management are in terms of grievance dispute, including promotions. So so each and every organization is maintaining certain policies. So how many years they are going to give promotion to the employees? Maybe according to their promotion policy, every 3 years they are going to give promotion to their employees, but they are not following the policy of the promotion. Automatically, it leads to grievance. So, but the point promotion point is there in the policy. Every 3 years, every employee is getting promotion, but they are not. They are violating the policy of the management. Automatically, it leads to grievance. Work duration. Work duration in the sense everybody should work 8 hours. It should not exceed 48 hours in a week. If anybody is violating, automatically it leads to the grievance. Leaves allowed. So casual leaves, everybody has right according to the legally right. 12 CLs may be enjoyed by the employees. Earned leaves depends upon the past working days. Every 20 days of working days created one earned leave. So that the earned leave is also calculated on the basis of past experience, past 1 year experience. So that if a organization is not considered the leaves allowed, automatically it leads to conflict. Overtime. If anybody is doing extra work for extra pay, that is the rule. Okay, according to the act or according to the rules of the companies. Okay, extra pay for extra work. If they are utilizing their services above the 8 hours, but they are not providing extra pay for extra salary, it leads to grievances. Fringe benefits. Already I told you fringe benefits in the second semester. Holiday pay, paid holidays, some other maternity benefits, some other benefits are there. Fringe benefits, if anybody is not followed, so it leads to conflict. Safety and security. Safety first, duty next. So every organization according to the Factories Act 1948, okay, section 22 to 40 sections are there. So they have to follow safety. Safety provision has to be followed according to the Factories Act. If anybody is violating the Factories Act regarding safety chapter, so definitely it leads to grievances. Security. So everybody is expecting certain security towards to their job security that they are expected. So in the policy itself, everybody has given a job security, but if anybody is break the rules of the company, it leads to grievances. So already I told you unfair labor practices, which is not fair. Okay, which is not fair in the sense which is break the rules, which is not follow the policy, which is not followed with the legal obligations by the government and all. So that is also leads to what you call that dispute. A dispute over the holding membership of trade unions, restricting communications, employing new workers during strike, rejection of bargain and all. So unfair practices here are some of the points that are mentioned here. Holding membership of trade unions. If everybody has a right to select to get a membership on any union. Okay, so that it may be holding membership. If anybody is want to enter into any membership in any union, so it may be holded by the organization. Restricting communication. If any communication is there, they feel it is a secrecy. They don't want to forward any communication to the employees. Even though it is required to the employees, it is restricted. It is not communicated to the employees. Employees, employing new workers doing strikes. If any employees are go for strike, so that at the time of strike, so basically they don't work in the organization at the time of strike. So they are recruiting the new people for break this strike. So that is it is against to the law. It is against to the uh, fair practices. It is an unfair practice. And reject to bargain. So employee unions are a right to bargain with the management, but whereas the employers are not given a chance to bargaining with management, it is also known as unfair practices. Causes of industrial dispute. So what are the industrial disputes? Reason for industrial dispute in the sense, economic causes. So quite common. Economic in the sense, financial matters. Financial matters in the sense, increments, promotions, what do you call that, extra paper, extra salary, ODs, some other bonus may be shared with the employees. Okay, at the same time, some other financial benefits that are offered to the employees. So that economic causes, if any economic causes, basically it leads to industrial disputes. Here, a few points are there. Whereas for business, it is generating profit. There are non-fulfillment of these needs. Industrial disputes can place between the management and labor. So basically, the financial economic benefits are higher wages. They are supposed to give higher wages to the employees, but they don't allow. The employer is not commit any giving any higher wages to their employees, even though they are securing profit, increasing the profit. The profit may not be shared with the employees. It leads to conflict. Bonus. So the bonus has to be shared with the employee. That is also not followed by the employer. And replacing machinery. So they are replacing machinery in the sense, what do you call that? A man replaced with mission. Replacing machinery in the sense, if there is any chance to replace, but he won't to allow replacement of machinery and all. But in some cases, they will go for man replaced with mission. Improving working conditions. In the working conditions is not at all good. So that it is measurable situation is there. So that is also one of the thing comes under economic causes. Duration and other necessary facilities. Duration, working duration is also is increased. Working hours is increased. So these are all the things are comes under economic causes. Come to the managerial causes. What are the managerial causes leads to conflict in the sense, retrenchment or layoff the workman without any reason. So here, managerial causes, some of the causes are leads to conflict. Retrench the employees. So employees may be separated from the organization, so without any reason. Okay, layoff. Layoff in the sense, basically layoff may be announced at the time of short supply of raw material, machinery breakdowns, natural calamities are taking place at the time of natural calamities, at the time of machinery breakdown, at the time of short supply of raw materials, power cut. In such situations, the organization may be go for retrenchment. The inefficiency of the management to initiate leadership in the organization. Inefficiency. So if there is no proper leadership, automatically what will happen? The leader yada raju tada praja. If leader is effective, if leader is strong, if leader is most dynamic, the entire system will be working in a systematic way. But whereas inefficient work management is there, inefficient manager is there, so that it leads to a conflict. I mean, the management may not be solve the employees' problems. The management may not be in a position to counseling the employees, convince the people. So because of lack of leadership qualities are there in the manager, automatically it leads to conflict and purely build and dissatisfying recruitment policies and practices. Purely build dissatisfying recruitment. Suitable man for suitable job at the right time at the right place, carrying right kind of things. So if you want to recruit any people in the organization, so that you have to study their psychology, you have to study their behavior, you have to study their background, you have to study their education, you have to study their maturity levels. While if you want to recruit the people, so purely building the dissatisfying recruitment. So recruitment policy is not at all good. Automatically, inefficient people are came into existence, radical people or rash people are came into existence. Automatically, the system will be disturbed. Automatically, it leads to conflict. And the employer does not obey with the agreement, and codes such as code of discipline and collective bargaining. The employer does not obey with the agreement. So already the agreement will be taking place between the employer and employee, but the employer may not be follow code of discipline and collective agreement. Automatically it leads to conflict. The management does not acknowledge the trade unions as a representatives of the union members, that is the workmen. So basically they are not, the management may not give any priority, any importance to the trade unions or representative of trade unions. Automatically they feel dissatisfaction with the management. Automatically they feel the dignity of labor may be misfired, and then recognition will be misfired. Automatically it leads to conflict. So these are all the faults will be taken place on the part of the management. Come to the government machinery. In the government machinery, generally the government will be verify how the process is going on. So what are the developments, what are the changes has to be bring in the existing system, whether the system is giving result or not. If the changes are required in the existing system, okay. So always monitoring should be there on the part of the government, but the government is not monitoring. Automatically, what will happen? It leads to conflict. The need for growth and development is not considered seriously. So the government is not taking seriously whether the process is going on in a systematic way or not. Difficulties in dealing with industrial culture and climatic challenges. The government almost they are failure to difficulties dealing with industrial culture. How the culture is taking place? What are the changes that are taking place in the industrial culture? And what are the challenges that are taking place? So their predictions may not be correct. It is difficult to predict the challenges which are taking place in the organization. It is difficult to understand the industrial culture. It is difficult to analysis challenges of the industrial relations in the organization. The government inadequacy apply his settlement machinery. So there is no proper what do you call the settlement machinery? Inadequate machinery is there. So their failure to develop a systematic settlement machinery to solve the industrial disputes which are taking place in the organization. So they are failure to arrange systematic settlement industrial settlement machinery in the organization, so that which are giving results. Simply they are inadequate settlement machinery set up by the government officials. It is not giving any result. If they are not follow up, they are not checking, if they are not bringing any changes in the settlement machinery, automatically it will be fails. Automatically it will not give any result. It leads to conflict. They will not control the disputes which are taking place in the organization because of negligency and what do you call that irresponsibility on the part of the government. There is a low level of trust of the employers and employees. So basically trust should be there. So the trust among the in between the employer and employee, okay, among the employers and among the employees. So if there is no trust, there is no chance of securing the relations. Otherwise it leads to reflected on industrial dispute. So trust is always be there. Basically the employer has their own attitude. The employer is negative attitude towards the employer. The employer is negative attitude towards the employees. Automatically there is no chance of securing trust in between the employer and employee. It leads to dispute. So voluntary arbitration. There are third party involvement in the settlement process. Decisions can be based on unacceptable by either of the parties, which can result further conflict. So that voluntary arbitration. So arbitration is there. So basically three parties are there: employer, employee, government. Once the third party is interference, if the settlement, if the problem is not settled at the bipartite level, so that they will go for a tripartite. So third party in the sense government interference. So that in the third party itself unacceptable unacceptable by the either of the parties, which can result in further conflict. So these are all the what you call that types of industrial disputes in the organization. Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir. Harika, amma, Harika.
సార్
ఏమైనా అర్థమైందా నేను చెప్పింది?
ఎస్ సార్
ఒకసారి చదవండి. అన్ని నేను దీంట్లో పెట్టాను. దేంట్లో మనకి
గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టారు కదా సార్,
లో పెట్టాను. స్టడీ వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ లో పెట్టాను.
Okay.
ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్ దెన్ ఐ విల్ క్లారిఫై టుమారో ఆన్వర్డ్స్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకేనమ్మా? So I think
Okay.
time is over. It is a time for discussion. If you have raised any questions,
నో సార్.
okay. Notes. So notes prepare చేసుకున్నాం ఒకసారి. నోట్స్ ఏమన్నా ప్రిపేర్ చేసుకున్నాం. అర్థమైందా? సిలబస్ ఆల్రెడీ పెట్టాను దాంట్లో కూడా. ఓకేనా?
Okay, sir.
ఓకే సార్.
సరే. ఇక్కడ రెండు పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నట్టున్నాయి, క్లియర్ చేసేద్దాం ఇంకా.
ఓకే సార్.
ఇక్కడ వేజ్ బోర్డ్స్ ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పినట్టున్నాను. ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ హ్యాస్ సెటప్ వేజ్ బోర్డ్స్ ఫర్ డిటర్మైనింగ్ సూటబుల్ వేజెస్ ఆఫ్ ది వర్క్మెన్ ఆర్ లేబరర్స్. When the workmen are dissatisfied with their remuneration, there arises a condition of an industrial dispute. Wage boards at the what do you call that industry level. So industry level they are creating certain wage boards. So uniformity in nature. So uniformity in the sense industrial steel wage board, textile wage boards, like the sugar wage boards and all. So if the wage boards are applicable entire units which are located various parts of the district or various parts of the state also. So that is the uniformity in nature to create wages. Okay. Next, if it is not, it is different from region to region. Cost of living vary from one place to another place. So problem is different from one place to another place. Culture is different from one place to another place. It leads to conflict. And joint consultancy. In the joint consultancy, generally the government creates joint management council, which consists of equal representation of both the parties deal with the workers' problem. Okay, but the ideas failed due to lack of efficient and progress. But joint management councils are there, but it is not effectively working. It leads to conflict. Other causes అన్నాడు, weak and multiple trade unions అన్నాడు, influence of the political parties అన్నాడు, the adverse effect of relations, central and state government may not maintain good relations అన్నాడు. And then some organization collective bargains is not allowed అన్నాడు. కొన్ని organizations collective bargains are not allowed, and other reasons to be corruptions and rule conflict. So these are all the things. So any wage boards ఒకటిని, జాయింట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ ఒకటిని, అదర్ కాజెస్ ఒకటి ఒకసారి స్టడీ చేయండి. ఆల్రెడీ మీకు వేజ్ బోర్డ్స్ అంటే క్లియర్ గా నేను సెకండ్ సెమిస్టర్ లో పర్సనల్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హెచ్ఆర్ లో మనం చెప్పుకున్నాం. అర్థమైందా? ఇంకా డీటెయిల్ గా కావాలంటే కనుక దాంట్లో చూడండి మెటీరియల్. అర్థమైందా? సో జాయింట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ గురించి కూడా చెప్పుకున్నాం, అదర్ కాజెస్ గురించి కూడా చెప్పుకున్నాం. ఒకసారి స్టడీ చేయండి. దీంట్లో డౌట్స్ వస్తే రిపోర్ట్ డిస్కస్ చేసి ఎల్లుండి మనం ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే అవుట్కమ్స్, వాట్ ఆర్ ద కాన్సిక్వెన్సెస్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్ గురించి డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనామా?
ఓకే సార్.
స్టడీ చేయండి. మీకు ఇప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు స్టడీ చేసింది కూడా ఒక ఐడియా వచ్చేస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాను కాబట్టి. ఓకేనమ్మా?
ఓకే సార్.
టుమారో విల్ స్టార్ట్ ది అవుట్కమ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డిస్ప్యూట్. ఇది ఇదంతా ఉంటుంది, స్టడీ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనమ్మా?
సార్,
అమ్మా చెప్పమ్మా.
స్పెషలైజేషన్ చేంజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఉంటుందా సార్?
అసలు స్పెషలైజేషన్ ఇంకా డిసైడ్ అవ్వలేదు కదా ఇంకాను. జస్ట్ ఏంటంటే స్పెషలైజేషన్ తీసుకున్నాం అంతే. ఏంటి దేంట్లో నువ్వు ఫైనాన్స్ నువ్వు?
నేను కాదు సార్, వేరే వాళ్ళు మారుతారంట.
మారిన నష్టమే లేదు, దాంట్లో పేరు డిలీట్ చేసేయండి, ఫైనాన్స్ లో యాడ్ చేసేయండి.
ఓకే.
అంతే. అఫీషియల్ గా ఏంటంటే మనం లిస్ట్ అవుట్ చేయలేదు, జస్ట్ ఏంటంటే క్లాస్ వరకు మనం తీసుకున్నాం.
ఓకే.
ఇంకా లిస్ట్ ఫైనలైజ్ చేసి యూనివర్సిటీకి ఏం పంపించలేదు. ఓకేనమ్మా?
ఓకే సార్ థ్యాంక్ యూ.
మరి మన ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ లో సెకండ్ సెమ్ ఏమైంది సార్?
సెకండ్ సెమ్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ మనది అటానమస్ కాబట్టి మనం మన చేతిలో ఉంటది కాబట్టి మనం డిసైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం ఏంటిది ఎగ్జామ్స్. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
మీరు అటానమస్ గ్రూప్ కాబట్టి మీకు ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఇప్పుడు ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి కదా 14th నుంచి. అది అయిపోయిన
sir.
నెక్స్ట్ అనౌన్స్మెంట్ జరుగుతుంది. ఓకేనమ్మా?
ఓకే
ఓకే
సార్.
సార్.
మీరు ఎగ్జామ్స్ జరగాలనుకుంటున్నారా ఏంటి?
వద్దు సార్.
ఎగ్జామ్స్ జరుగుతాయి, అర్థమైందా? మీరు బ్రహ్మాండంగా రాస్తారు, మంచి స్కోర్ వస్తుంది, నష్టమేం లేదు. ఓకేనా?